Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn divisibility rules. Divisibility rules. Let's see now. All even numbers are divisible by 2. That means the number which is having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its units place, that number is divisible by 2. If the number is having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its place, then that number is divisible by 2. Simply we can say all even numbers are divisible by 2. Example, suppose 24. So here in its units place 4 is there. So it is divisible by 2. Okay. For example, 37. So what is here in units place? 7. So it is not divisible by 2. If the number is having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in its units place, then that number is divisible by 2. For example, 126. So in units place 6 is there. So it is divisible by 2. Is it clear? Next, divisibility by 3. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. Let's see one example now. For example, 273 is there. Sum of the digits of the number, that means 2 plus 7 plus 3. How much? 12. 12 is divisible by 3. So the entire 273 is divisible by 3. Do you understand? Let's take one more example. 257. So 2 plus 5 plus 7. 7 plus 7, 14. 14 is not divisible by 3. So 257 also not divisible by 3. Let's take one more example. 456. So sum of digits is 4 plus 5 plus 6. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 6, 15. 15 is divisible by 3. So 456 also divisible by 3. Is it clear? Similarly, divisibility by 9 also same. Let's take one example. Okay. For example, 1278. Sum of this number is 1 plus 2 plus 7 plus 8. So how much? 3 plus 7, 10 plus 8, 18. 18 is divisible by 9. 18 is divisible by 9. So 1278 also divisible by 9. Let's take one more example. 1372. So need to check with sum of digits. 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 2 is equal to 4 plus 7, 11 plus 2, 13. 13 is not divisible by 9. So 1372 is also not divisible by 9. So the rule is same for 3 and 9. We need to check sum of digits. If sum of digits is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. Similarly, the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then that number is divisible by 9. Next, divisibility by 4. Divisibility by 4. If the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, then that number is divisible by 4. Let's see one example. 2432. So the last two numbers is 32. 32 is divisible by 4. So the 2432 also divisible by 4. Let's take one more example. 3791. 91 is not divisible by 4. So, total the entire number is also not divisible by 4. Do you understand, children? If the last two digits is divisible by 4, then that number is divisible by 4. For 8 also, divisibility by 8. If the last three digits are divisible by 8, then that number is divisible by 8. Let's see for example, 7248 is there. So you need to check this last three digits. This 248, whether it is divisible by 8 or not. 248 is divisible by 8. 8 3s are 0, 1 no. So 248 is divisible by 8. So this entire number 7248 also divisible by 8. Let's take one more example. 92,769. You need to check with these last three digits. 769. Is it divisible by 8? No, it is not divisible by 8. So this entire number also not divisible by 8. For 3 and 9, the rule is same. The sum of digits divisible by 3, then that is divisible by 3. Similarly, for the 9 also, if the sum of digits is divisible by 9, it is divisible by 9, the number. Next, for the divisibility 4 and 8 also, the rule is almost same. If the last two digits are divisible by 2, then the total number is divisible by 4. For the divisibility by 8, if the last three digits are divisible by 8, then the total number is divisible by 8. Next, divisibility by 5. Divisibility test by 5. Okay. If the number is having 0 or 5 in units place, then that number is divisible by 4. Example 795. So here in units place 5 is there. So it is divisible by 5. 1080. In units place we have 0. So it is divisible by 5. If the number is having 0 or 5 in units place, then that number is divisible by 5. Let's take 1293. What is here in units place? 3. So it is not divisible by 5. Only in one condition. If the number is having 0 or 5 in units place, then only that number is divisible by 5. Is it clear? Next, divisibility by 6. Divisibility by 6. If the number is divisible by 2 and 3, 2 and 3, not 2 or 3. It should be divisible by both the numbers, 2 and 3. Then that number is divisible by 6. Let's take one example. 276. First you need to check with divisibility by 2, then by 3. If it is divisible by both the numbers 2 and 3, then that is divisible by 6 also. So divisibility by 2 rule, if the number is having even number, otherwise if the number is having 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 in units place, then that number is divisible by 2. In 276, so we have in units place 6. So it is divisible by 2. Next, we need to check with divisibility rule of 3. So sum of digits 2 plus 7, 9, 9 plus 6, 15. It is divisible by 3. So total this entire number also divisible by 3. So the condition satisfied, no? 276 is divisible by 2 and 3 also. So, it is divisible by 6 also. It is divisible by 6 also. Let's take one more example. For example, 256 is there. So, we need to check with two conditions, by 2 and by 3 also. So, in units place 6 is there. So, it is divisible by 2. But sum of digits 2 plus 5, 7 plus 6 is 13. 13, sorry, this is 3, 13. So, 13 is not divisible by 3. So, what I told, the number should divisible by 2 and 3 both. 2 and 3 both. Here, 256 is divisible by 2 but not with 3. So, 256 is not divisible by 6. It is not divisible by 6. Divisibility by 7. It is different from other divisibility rules. Let's see now. Let's take one example. 3725. So, write the number as it is, leaving this last digit. So, write 372. Now, subtract double of this number. So, what is the double of 5? It is 10. So, subtract 10 from 372. So, we get 362. Continue this process until we get single digit or double digit. Let's see now. So, again we need to write 36 and double of this digit subtract from 36. 36 minus 4 is 32. 36 is not divisible by 7. So, entire this number is not divisible by 7. Let's take one more example. Let's take 4823. So, first we need to write 482, subtract double of this number, double of 3 is 6, 482 minus 6 is 476. Again continuous process until you get single or double digit. So, 47 minus double of this digit 12, so 35. 35 is divisible by 7, divisible by 7. So, this number also divisible by 7. Let's take one more example, that is 5481. Okay. So, write 548 and double of this 1 is 2. So, subtract 2 from 548, 546. Again write 54, double of the 6 is 12. So, 54 minus 12 is how much? 42. 42 is divisible by 7. So, 5481 also divisible by 7. Next, divisible by 10. Next, divisibility by 10. If the number is having 0 in units place, then that number is divisible by 10. Let's take example 1720. So, in units place 0 is there. So, it is divisible by 10. 2579. What is there in units place? 9. So, it is not divisible by 10. With this, we completed all divisibility rules from 2 to 10. See you in the next video with an amazing trick. Till then, bye bye.